Hey everyone, Bruno here. And hey, did you ever have an AI agent that start generating a long response and then something happened like, hey, you lost connectivity or the agent goes crazy or you need to do something. So you are in the scenario where you need to add a pause and then do something and then get back to the agent. This is what we are going to talk about. This is basically to try to answer a couple of questions that we have around the agent framework during this past set of weeks. We're going to use something that is called background responses to do this. I have a couple of demos with simple to complex scenario. I am also working in a more complex and advanced scenario where you can literally shut down your machine, get up your machine and continue. But the whole idea for today is to show how background responses work in agent framework, in C#, expect a lot of code and more. And by the way, as usual, I appreciate the likes, subscribes, comment, and more. I really, really appreciate all of the feedback that you are giving me in the channel. So please subscribe. Let me know what you think about this. Check the agent framework documentation. Let us know how we can do better there. So hey, that's it. Remember, I like to code. So let's switch back to the code. So let's start. And this is how it works. When we enable background responses in the agent framework, each streaming update from the agent includes something called a continuation token. This is kind of a little bookmark in a book. If we need to stop reading, you can drop the bookmark, close the book, do whatever we need to do, and later we can open right back when we set place. The formal documentation explains this very well, but I am a code person, so this is how we implemented this. So we have a console applications here that is going to run using a response client. This is important. This is not a chat client. We need to use a response client. The way that we created this is when we get the information here using CLI credentials or API key, we get an Azure client, and then we ask for an OpenAI response client. So this is important. And once we have the response client, we are going to create an agent. This is a standard agent creation, client, create an AI agent. And then we are going to focus on create the new agent run options that we are going to define that we are going to use background responses. And remember, this is the line that is going to add this. Then we have a new thread, and then we ask for a question. In this case, I am going to ask a 2-line story about .NET Conf. .NET Conf is coming in a couple of days, so this is something like this. I have a lot of Stream Console helper here to make it nice when we have the console application. But the important part is that once we have this, we are going to have a last receive update that is going to be basically, we are going to flag this and have this every time that we have a run streaming. When we have a streaming, we are going to update this one. And the way that this demo works is that for every time that we have an update, we are going to print the update. And when we have some text, because the first updates are usually empty, we are going to stop the simulation. Then we are going to finish this, get out of the loop, and then we are going to say, hey, if we have a valid last receive update, we are going to continue this. And the way that we do this is in the options that we pass to the run streaming from the agents, we are going to say, hey, option, continue stream, and then we are going to ask for this. When we finish this, of course, we are going to flush, and this is accumulate and later print is to basically print lines instead of token by token, and then we are going to print this. So let's run this and take a look how it works. So we are going to ask for the 2 lines. As we see, the first set of updates are empty. We have a token that is empty here, and then we are going to have the first token that is add. Then we are going to start the continuation. So we finish this, and we have the add .NET Conf coder for everything. So we have this up and running, kind of nice, and we can see this how it works when we have literally stopped here. If you want to take a look how this works with, if you have a tool here, so this is literally the same demo. But in this scenario, we have a tool that is going to get the weather for us. And when we have the weather, we are going to ask for a fake weather assistant that is going to fake for a location 15 degrees. This is what we have right now in Toronto. So literally the same demo, create the agent, allowed background responses, and then we have a new thread. And we're going to ask for the weather in Toronto. We are going to finish when we have the first update, the first piece of text here as a token after interruption, and then we are going to continue here with everything. If we run this one, we are going to see that the functionality and the behavior is the same, with the main difference is that when we have the start streaming, We are going to have a couple of empty updates. This is how the agent works in the back. Then we are going to have the function running. So the function already gives some information back to the agent. Now the agent is processing the information. We also have tons of traces here, so we know when we are using and how we are using the agent. So we see that we are using a GPT-5 mini model here. We are using 60 tokens and 64 tokens. And then when we have the first token, the first text here, which is it's, we stop, and then we continue with cloudy in Toronto with a high of 15 Celsius, which is around 59 Fahrenheit. And then we have another call, which is basically finalizing the demo. This is kind of nice in order to understand what we have. And hey, the tool, of course, is processing before the stopping, and we can move forward and have this. And the third scenario, which is also interesting, it's to see, hey, what's happened if I stop the agent, make the agent do something else, and then get back to the thread. So we are going to go back to the question 1, which is write a 2-line story about .NET Conf, print this, stop this when we have the first piece of text, and then we are going to keep the last received update. This is the important part. And we are going to ask the question, we're going to ask another question to the agent, like in example, agent, solve 2 plus 2. Agent, tell me the capital of Italy. And then go back, finish your .NET Conf story. So if we run this, of course, the output is going to be similar to what we have at the beginning, where we have here the background with empty responses until we get the first token from the .NET Conf story. Then we have at, this is the first token. Then we have solve 2 plus 2. This is 4. Then we ask for the capital of Italy. This should be Rome. Yes, it's Rome. And then we continue and add .NET Conf developer from around the world. So we see here in a more complex scenario where we can literally stop one thread, enable the background response, get the token to continue there, and then do something else with the agent and get back to the original one. So, hey, that's it. And I want to read a couple of notes that I have here in ways that I really, really like to explain this. Because if we need to have some key takeaways from this, first one will be that continuation tokens are bookmarks. So they let you pause and then resume agents at any stage where we need to follow with the word. Then you can enable this literally with one line where we have the agent run options. This is what we need to do in order to have it there, which is amazing. Also, I didn't mention this, but this works with all of the providers that supports the response client. So you can use this with OpenAI, with Azure OpenAI models, and more. And also, finally, this is really useful, and this is going to be my next video about real scenarios when you need to stop something and then continue with that. So please let me know if you want to go deep in each one of these scenarios, if you have any questions about this. As usual, subscribe, like, comment, and more. And I hope you like it. This one was very, very fun for me. I was literally waiting until we have the SDK ready and everything else that is public available so you can test it right now. And there are a lot of other super cool things coming in the agent framework for us to test. So, hey, see you next one. Goodbye.